Good morning, my people, my people, my people. My name is Chief Strongblood. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son. I am a diaspora. But cheese for my people. It has been another beautiful day for a protest, and I enjoyed every moment of my protest. Let me first remind you, I don't want the white man's money, his woman, his friendship, and or his fame. And the reverse of my sign says, white man, why have you enslaved the African American? My people, it has been another beautiful day for a protest, and I enjoyed every moment of my protest. And as you will know, that when I am finished protesting, it is always my delight to bring to you something of a social nature as it relates to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Let me take this opportunity to welcome home St. Vincent and the Grenadines' very own Shafika Moloney, the fourth fastest woman in the 800 meters in the world. But I have some good news and I have some bad news. Shafika Moloney is going to win a gold medal. She is going to win a silver medal and she's going to win a bronze medal in the Worlds and the Olympics. But only after Ralph Gonsalves is either dead or out of government. He will never get the opportunity to celebrate this woman accomplishment in the way he would like to. So the sooner Ralph Gonsalves is dead, is the sooner Vincentians will get the honor of having the pride of having a gold medalist at the Olympics or in the World Game coming home for a grand celebration like St. Lucia have and like Dominica have. My people, the same thing is going to happen with our football team and our netball teams. They are only going to be successful and bring pride to our people when Ralph Gonsalves is either dead or out of office in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Mark my word, I've never been wrong yet, and I'm not wrong in this one. My people, let us go back to a little history. Do you remember how Ralph Gonsalves came into government in St. Vincent and the Grenadines? How he became the political leader of St. Vincent and the Grenadines? He encouraged civil and public servants, teachers, and all of those people to break the laws of St. Vincent and the Grenadines in order for him to be catapulted into the highest office of the land. It is only a criminal and a real serious criminal that encourage law-abiding citizens to break the law of the state for their own benefits. My people, Ralph Gonsalves is a criminal. There's no two way about that. And the Unity Labour Party, the party which he leads, is a criminal organization. They have been involved in smuggling drugs to pay wages. They have been involved in money laundering. They have been even printing illegal notes and distributing these illegal notes in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. My people, after there was an impasse, and James Mitchell of the New Democratic Party and Ralph Gonsalves of the Unity Labour Party came together. They went to Grand Beach and they had a meeting. Mind you, by this time, James Mitchell have already handed over leadership or he planned to hand over leadership of the New Democratic Party to Arnhem Eustace. However, he did not allow Arnhem Eustace to be privileged in the meeting between him and Ralph Gonsalves. It was a meeting between the sons of the slave masters discussing the fate of the sons and daughters of slaves. My people. And that is exactly what they were discussing. You have to remember that St. Vincent and the Grenadines only had 40 years of slavery. Our indigenous forefathers was instrumental in fighting tooth and nail to ensure the Portuguese, the French, the Spanish, and the English never colonized our country. Unless you forget, remember James Mitchell never had any political aspirations until 1966. But prior to 1966, the British government offered him a job to come to England as an agriculture research officer. Mind you, they have thousands of people who got to fill that job. So the only reason why James Mitchell was given that post was so James Mitchell can go to England to learn how to destabilize our economy, because they had an agenda for 2025 where they plan to re-enslave the entire black community of the world, and they were expecting trouble, especially from St. Vincent and Haiti. That is why Haiti is destabilized even today. So James Mitchell thought how to dismantle everything that the Honorable Ebenezer Theodore Joshua have done, and the Honorable Robert Milton Cato did. And so, within the first 5 years of James Mitchell administration, he did that. So now that he was leaving government, he had to hand over, not to Adam Eustace, who he have elected to replace him, but to Ralph Gonsalves, who went to England in the mid 1960s, and he went through the same program that James Mitchell went through, how to destabilize St. Vincent and the Grenadines and put Vincentians under great pressure. My people, because James Mitchell was in the wilderness for so long, no one took him serious. Ralph Gonsalves was given a doctorate. Not that he worked for it, he was given a doctorate by the British government so that he can be taken serious. He was also facilitated with a job at the University of the West Indies as a lecturer, so the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines will take him serious. That is why when James Mitchell brought back Godwin Friday to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, he brought him back as Dr. Friday. But the question must ask ourselves, is Dr. Friday really a doctor? However, let us not go into that. No, the Grand Beach Accord was where Ralph Gonsalves and James Mitchell discuss what they have accomplished on the agenda to destabilize St. Vincent and the Grenadines and what need to be accomplished. James Mitchell destroyed all of the industries, right? And because Vincentians are known as very hard and dedicated workers, and because the presence of the lasso Frere in St. Vincent and the Grenadines afford us very fertile land, their next agenda was to ensure that St. Vincent and the Grenadines was never able to produce agriculture in a large scale. So now Ralph Gonsalves' job was to ensure that St. Vincent and the Grenadines is never able to produce agricultural product on a large scale that will boost our economy, as happened from the 1950s right down to 1984 and some part of the 90s before the banana industry collapsed. My people, Ralph Gonsalves have been busy ensuring that this thing come to pass. Let us check out what he have done so far. He have repurposed productive farmlands, and he have converted those lands into quarry. That means whenever the quarrying process is finished, that land will not be worth anything. Not even a stone will be able to go there. Right? The Bookament land, he have repurposed it into hotel industry. He even take away arable land from people who are farming those lands, although they were not very productive because they failed to utilize the river that runs through that land to ensure that their farm became productive. He knew that that land at Bookament would be very productive if those people who were farming those lands utilize the river that runs through it to irrigate the lands. So he quickly buy them up at very low cost and hand them over to the Sandals, a criminal operation. Peter's Hope and Mount Twin, large volume of lands that can be utilized for the mass production of any kind of agricultural crop. He take them away and hand them over for the purpose of hotel industries. And let me tell you, all of these hotels are going to fail. And I will tell you why these hotels are going to fail. The lands at Diamonds that have rivers running through it, he have also repurposed those lands for hotel industry. The Argyle, the land at Argyle, vast acres upon acres of land with a giant river running through it. If anyone had acquired those lands and utilized the river water to irrigate those lands, there is nothing that those lands could not produce because the lands are very fertile land. And guess what? They did not need irrigation. But if you add irrigation to that land, it would have been even more productive. So what he did, he built an airport on it. So he called it an international airport. And this airport was supposed to solve all of the financial problem of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. He granted license and lands for people who were coming in to plant marijuana. So you see, he have excommunicated the local farmers from all of the development in farming in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. When he have not taken away their lands, he refused to give them license to farm, especially in things like marijuana. He gave away the Crown lands in Kanawan. So now the Kanawan people can't plant peas as they normally do. They can't plant sapodillas as is popular in the Grenadines, and plums. In Georgetown and other places, he could have used up a couple hundred square foot of land and build the diagnostic center, 2, 3, 4 stories if you wanted to. No. He acquired a lot of farmlands and he put about 5 or 6 billions on these lands and it called it the new diagnostic center. Why? It is Ralph Gonsalves' objective to meet the white agenda. And in doing so, he have been repurposing arable lands for doing things that only employed a few people. Lands that would have been feeding hundreds of families are now dedicated to hotels and things that only a few people are required to participate in. Ralph Gonsalves' whole objective is to bring Vincentians to a state of poverty where they become dependent on their government who is not making money to take care of their needs. My people, I have seen this before. I've seen it in Bermuda. This have happened in Bermuda But the Bermuda situation is different. The Bermuda people could still survive because they're still dependent on the British government. The British government have an obligation to the Bermuda people. But we are independent. We have to paddle our own canoe. And Ralph Gonsalves had break all the paddle and put a hole in the canoe. And you have taken away all of the material to fix that hole. My name is Chief Strongblood. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Oh, I forget to tell you. No, he's after Union Island. He's after Union Island. But I've warned the people of Union Island, and you have had an opposition that is not helping them. Let us see what happened. My name is Chief Strongblood, St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son. I'm the diaspora machismo. A God.